It was another busy week under the Gold Dome, as lawmakers now have 2 weeks left in the session to finish their business. With the conclusion of Legislative Day 34 on Friday, we have just 5 legislative days until Sine Die, scheduled for April 4th. Here's a recap of what happened this week. Lawmakers advanced Governor Brian Kemp's top priority, tort reform, this week. On Thursday, the House passed an amended version of Senate Bill 68, sponsored by Senator John F. Kennedy. This bill would address several aspects of tort reform, including but not limited to reevaluating premises liability, requiring truthful calculations of damages in personal injury cases, thereby eliminating phantom damages, and allowing a jury to know whether a plaintiff was wearing his or her seatbelt in an auto accident. The bill also proposes changes seeking to amend other procedures to ensure a fair legal environment. The House added language to exempt premises liability cases involving sex crimes, while also giving judges discretion to reject splitting trials in cases with damages below $150,000, and those involving sex crime victims who would likely suffer serious psychological or emotional distress from testifying a second time. The Senate approved the changes on Friday and will now be headed to Governor Kemp's desk. Meanwhile, the other major tort reform legislation, Senate Bill 69, also sponsored by Senator Kennedy, has not yet been considered in the House. Hearings are anticipated to begin next week. This bill would regulate third-party litigation funding with the hope of limiting outside influence on trials, which includes that from foreign governments, institutional investors, and predatory lending practices. 2 tax relief measures have been approved by the legislature and are headed to Governor Kemp's desk. This week, the Senate adopted House Bill 111, sponsored by Representative Sue Hong, which reduces the state's flat income tax rate from 5.39% to 5.19%, and adjusts the rate to reach 4.99% by 2027. The Senate also passed House Bill 112, sponsored by Representative Lauren McDonald, which provides tax rebates of up to $500 to Georgia taxpayers. Legislation intended to incentivize the local authorization of new charter schools passed out of the House Education Committee. Senate Bill 82, known as the Local Charter School Authorization and Support Act of 2025, is sponsored by Senator Clint Dixon. House Education also advanced Senate Bill 123, sponsored by Senator Kennedy, which amends state law to ensure that no student is expelled solely due to absenteeism and to address chronic absenteeism in Georgia schools. The Senate Education Committee advanced House Bill 307 by Representative Bethany Ballard, which mandates the creation of support plans for students with dyslexia and requires schools to notify parents about their children's reading challenges. The House Budget and Fiscal Affairs Oversight Committee advanced a committee substitute of the Red Tape Rollback Act of 2025, but it has been recommitted back to the House Ways and Means before it can advance to the floor. Senate Bill 28 is sponsored by Senator Greg Dolezal. The legislature will reconvene for Legislative Day 35 on Tuesday, March 25th. For more legislative updates, subscribe to our weekly Friday Facts newsletter at georgiapolicy.org.